What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. So the stock market did extremely well today. S&P 500 up 52 points, up 1.6%. The Dow Jones up over 350 points, up 1.3%. And the NASDAQ crushed it. Tech did extremely well, up 250 points, up 2.3% on the day. And in this video, we're going to be talking more about the stock market, breaking down some technicals, going over the top stocks that I'm watching and looking to buy as we're transitioning into October here of 2020. And I also want to share with you guys what I did. What stocks am I holding right now? What stocks did I sell today? And let me tell you, I did take a profit, so stick till the end of this video. A couple minutes after this, we'll talk about it. And I also want to go over the overall trend of the market and where we could be heading from here, as it has been an extremely volatile September so far. So a bunch to go over. If you guys find value, hit that like button for me, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to join our free Discord chat, our free Facebook group, and claim your one free stock from Webull valued up to $1,600. All of those are linked right down below. And did I mention that they're free? Yeah, they're linked down below. Go check out all of those links, and let's get into the video, guys. So again, the markets have been rocky. It's been a volatile September so far, but today the bulls won the day, no doubt about it. We saw a massive move in the overall markets, and it was smooth up and sailing for the entire day. And mind you, we actually held 3230 this morning. And who's been talking about 3230 on the S&P? This guy right here, me, guys. I've been talking about 3230, and we held it yesterday. We rallied into the close, which was a good sign for the bulls yesterday. And also yesterday we saw earlier in the day, we held 3230 before that rally for the rest of the day, right? So that solidified it as a very strong support yesterday, right? And a couple days ago, you guys can see it here on the 5-day 5-minute. So the fact that we pulled down this morning, we sold off a bit in the first 30 minutes of the day, if you guys see on this intraday chart. The fact that we pulled down, we held 3230, and we rallied 70 points off of that support and broke a resistance during that. That is a very good sign for the bulls. That is a very good sign for the bulls in the short term, right? And pulling up this hourly chart, you might get a bit nervous. You might be saying to yourself, Stas, this kind of looks like a potential bull trap. And the truth is, it could be. That's one thing that it could be. And for that reason, guys, I'm still very cautious in this market. And let me explain to you guys what I'm seeing, right? We're still, we did hold 3230. That's good. We didn't really break under that today to make a lower low. It's not like the bears took charge. That's good. That's a good sign. But we're still at a lower high in this overall downtrend from the beginning of September, right? We're still in this little wedge that you guys see as well. And we have not broken out of that 3320 level. And we're still under another big level at about 3330, which is of resistance. So I'm not quite yet convinced that we're out of the woods yet. And you guys have heard me say that term a lot recently, but I'm going to continue using it because I don't think we're out of the woods quite yet. We have to break the high from the 22nd. That is critical. The second we break 3320, and then we go and break 3330, which was a big level of support from the 8th of this month to the 18th. The second we break those levels, that is where we might see another big rally to the upside, right? From there, we might fill up from 3330 up to, let's say, 3380, which could put us at maybe a potential other bull trap, right, under this 180 SMA. That's another point to watch for a reversal to the downside. But if we do break this, we might see a further run in the short term before facing potentially another bull trap. So at this point, guys, watch out for 3330, 3320 next week. If we break that, we might see a short-term rally. But if we fail to break that, we might not see a rally. We might straight up go down to back to 3,200. So be careful. I don't think we're out of the woods yet just because we had a fantastic green day, right? Because we've seen this before. We've seen the markets get oversold, beaten down for 2 days, then they bounce up for 2-3 days, then they go down for 2-3 days. We've been talking about this, right? The zigzag pattern, it's playing out still. Do not be fooled, guys. Just be careful, be cautious. That's all that I'm saying here. But overall, great day for the bulls. Kudos to the bulls today. And the Dow Jones, very similar. It did not break out of the high from the 22nd, 23rd of this month. It's still trading under a big resistance at 27,400, 27,500. So that scares me a little bit, right? Despite it having a 360-point green day today. And yeah, you could argue we did break that 50 SMA, but on this hourly chart, but again, we're still under big resistances. So I'm not quite there for the full-on reversal quite yet on the Dow either, right? Same thing with the S&P 500 like we just talked about. So next week, watch out for mid 27,000s on the Dow. If that breaks, we could see a short-term relief rally in the markets, right? That's not too out of the question. But if that doesn't break, let's say we don't break 27,500, we start to fail at 27,200, we gap down on Monday, Tuesday, that's going to be a recipe for more downside, right? And the NASDAQ, a good thing with the NASDAQ here, guys, is it held 11,000. That's good. That was a big resistance we've been talking about on this channel for the NASDAQ, as it did hold about 11,000, pretty much all of August here. We sold off a bit. We started off September holding 11,000. So that's why it's a big level of support. And the fact that we gapped up above it today, we closed above 11K, that's good. But same as the S&P, the Dow Jones, I don't think we're out of the woods quite yet. And I'm not trying to be a pessimist, guys. I hope I'm not, getting you guys down. We just had a big green day and Stas is coming to ruin our parade. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to be realistic here, and I'm trying to read what the technicals are telling me, and I'm just trying to help you guys out and give you guys my perspective, right? And you can see it for yourselves. Yeah, we rallied up a lot today, but we're still at a lower high. We have not broken this downtrend quite yet. And we still didn't take out the high from the 22nd, being around 11,200. So if that breaks, if 11,200 breaks, and let's say this level breaks, I think this is at 11,500. Yup, if those two levels break on the NASDAQ and we do something like this, what I'm drawing right here on my screen, then yes, we can celebrate and be like, all right, the bulls are finally in charge. But until then, I don't think we're out of the woods yet. And if any of you guys have any thoughts, let me know in the comments. Feel free to share your opinions if you guys want to go against me or if you guys want to agree with me. I'd love to know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments. So let's get into what I personally did today. So I opened up a position in Electronic Arts, ticker symbol EA here. And this is one that I actually called out and we talked about yesterday, I believe in a couple of videos prior to that as well. And this is a video game stock. I'm overall bullish on these video game stocks. EA, what's the other one? Activision, TTWO, Take-Two. I'm also bullish on Microsoft, which obviously produces the Xbox, which is launching here in a month or two, whenever it comes out. And these next-gen systems, the Xbox, the PS5, they're going to generate a lot of sales, not only for Microsoft, for Sony, whatever, and obviously all the systems they're going to sell, but they're also going to generate sales for EA, for Activision Blizzard, for TTWO, as these are the companies that produce the games. And the way games work these days, guys, is it's not just you buy a game for $60. Yeah, you buy the game for $60, but in the game, you can actually spend money in the game. So it's kind of like a passive stream of revenue for these video game companies. Since if these players are buying, let's say you play Madden. I don't really play Madden, but I have friends that do, and they buy these packs or they do this, they do that. They're spending money in EA. That is how this company makes more business. It's kind of like, think about it, when you take a car, to the mechanic, or the dealer sells you a car, and then they make money on the car then, but they make more money when you bring the car back for service. It's kind of like passive income for them, the car, each time you bring it back. Well, not really passive income, but it's recurring income. It's the same idea here with EA and the way that they sell games, and the way that people make, they make money from people buying things within the game. That's kind of the point here. So overall, that's a little, 1 minute, 30-second synopsis of why I'm bullish on these video game stocks here. And EA is one of them, obviously, as I bought in today at $131.20. And I'm just looking to swing trade this one, right? It's built a nice base here at $125, $126, right? Very strong base there at a higher low on the 4-hour chart. Now we're starting to break above 128, which was a big level of resistance. We broke out of the 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart. So all signs to me are pointing to more upside. And today's move, where we actually sold off, actually no, not today, that was yesterday. The fact that we sold off from 2 days ago, we sold from 132 to 128. We held that level yesterday, and we popped today. These are just signs that I'm loving on just the overall bullish momentum for EA, and I honestly think it's going to continue here unless the markets collapse. If the markets collapse, guys, it's going to take down a bunch of individual stocks. But if we stay tight, if the markets consolidate a bit, the overall markets, maybe we sell off a bit, we tread up a bit. As long as the markets don't collapse, I feel like EA is going to do good in the short term, and it's likely, in my opinion, again, this is my opinion, to outperform the market. That's just my opinion. So EA here, I'm in at 131.20. I'm looking to swing trade this one, and if we break out of the mid 130s, guys, I might add more to it. And honestly, I'm looking to maybe lock in profits anywhere from 140 to 145. That's kind of my target here on EA. And when it comes to that position that I locked in profits on here, guys, and hear me out, this is not me going bearish on the stock. This is just me locking in some profits. And let me tell you, nobody ever went broke locking in profits. This is just me locking in profits before the weekend, and potentially because we could be in another bull trap, like we discussed in the first portion of this video. So I ended up locking in profits on Amazon, guys. And don't freak out on me. I'm not bearish Amazon by any means. In fact, I'm looking to maybe get back in next week on further confirmation of the upside. Just playing it safe, guys. But I ended up locking in literally at 355 here on the East Coast. I mean, I got out right before the markets closed. It ran up all day. I actually got in at $3,010 a couple trading days ago, and I got out at $3,099. So literally right before the market closed, and that makes that move, I don't know exactly how much it was percentage-wise. It had to have been over 2. Yeah, it was about 2.3, almost 3%. So that was a 3% swing trade here on Amazon. And again, I am not bearish on Amazon. In fact, I'm bullish on Amazon. But as a trader, guys, what you have to understand is we have to mitigate our risk. And if we understand that the overall pattern in the market could bring more downside, the way to alleviate that risk is to just cut down on exposure to the market, go to cash, lock in profits, and that's what I'm doing here. And again, by no means am I bearish. I'm actually looking to maybe get back in next week, and I still have open positions, right? And I have open positions in Apple, AAPL. This is one that I might even rotate some of those Amazon profits into Apple, especially if Apple goes lower. So having that cash, again, just gives you peace of mind, and it gives you more opportunities. Not more opportunities, but, well, yeah, it does, and more options, right? So I'm still in Apple in at about the mid-1 teens, like 115, 16 on this stock, and I'm very happy how it performed today, up $4, up almost 4%. But just like Amazon, this one could be in a bull trap as well. But I did not sell out because I'm not willing to take a loss on this because I'm still down a little bit on my position. But on the flip side, on Amazon, I was up. So I figured, let me trim there a little bit. Let me lock out of that one. Go to cash, maybe buy into Apple, maybe if it sells off further next week. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. The whole thing as a trader is to mitigate risk. And you guys have heard this. And even as an investor, rule number 1 from Warren Buffett, don't lose money. Rule number 2, know about rule number 1. Don't forget rule number 1. And am I saying I don't lose money? No, I wouldn't lie to you guys. I lose money in the markets. Everybody loses money in the markets, but the goal is to lose as least as possible, as small as possible of money. And Workhorse here, WKHS, is another one that I'm still in, and it did very well today, guys. Workhorse crushed it, up 12%, up almost $2.70 on the day. If we zoom in a bit here on the 5-day, 5-minute, we sold off from $31 to $20. It got decimated, a sell-off of over 35%, right around 35%. And now we're seeing a nice rally off of those lows, and I also called this, guys. I'm not tooting my own horn. Well, I guess I am. I don't like to do it all the time, but why not? It's my channel. Let me toot my own horn for a second, guys. We called this out. We talked about how $20 is going to be a support on Workhorse because you can see here it's pulled down. Well, first of all, it was a big resistance from the beginning of July all the way to about the beginning of September. The second it broke that gave me notion that, okay, that's the next big level of support. And it makes sense that we saw this sell-off. I mean, take a look at what happened last time Workhorse rallied nonstop for a couple of days. It went from $5 to $24. It pulled down about 30%. I mean, take a look. It's like textbook. It's the same. It's almost the same move. It pulled down 35%, consolidated for a good 2-3. How long was this? What, like a good 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks? It consolidated at about $15 after that 35% sell-off, and it took off for another, from $20, it took off to about $31, which was around a huge move of about like 30%, 40%, whatever that was. Now it's pulling down, and I predict that we're going to see consolidation at about $20, $25 for a couple of weeks, similar to what we saw before, until we see another big move up, potentially, right? And this could not happen. This is just me and my, insights here, and I'd love to know your thoughts down below in the comments as always, but I think Workhorse is going to build another base and then start to push up back to $30. So what do you guys think about these moves? What did you guys do in the markets today? I would love to know. Now let's go very quick, rapid fire into a couple of stocks that I'm watching for next week that I'm potentially looking to buy. BA is one of them. Boeing. This is one that has been beaten down probably more than most stocks out there. It's just been crushed, guys. And recently we broke under a big level of support. You guys can see it here on the 90-day chart. It was right under $158. We broke that. We hit a lower low at about 145. Very oversold at that point. And now we saw a massive move today, up 7%, up $10 per share. And it's putting Boeing in a tricky spot. This could also be a bull trap, right? But I'm thinking if we end up breaking 160, 158, 160, in the short term, we might be able to see a move back up to 170. High 160s, maybe to 170, before maybe selling off from there. So in the short term, yeah, it could be a bull trap if we don't break 160. So be careful if we don't break 160. But if you guys see a clear-cut move above 160, in my opinion, I think in the short term, we could move up to 170 before maybe selling off from there. So watch out for Boeing here. It's just a beaten down stock. It could end up seeing a big move. We'll see what happens. It's kind of a news-intensive stock as well, meaning if any big catalyst comes out, it could move up 10% in a day. It's that type of stock, at least in these environments that we're in. So be careful with Boeing, but it could offer an opportunity. We'll see. Another one here is Starbucks, SBUX. I'm loving how it's holding this main moving average here on the 4-hour chart, the 180 SMA, at about 82 bucks. That's a very good sign. It seems like we're holding, we're making some sort of a cut pattern here. You guys can see it, especially if 85 breaks, and that's where we're going to come in, us traders. If 85 breaks, the big resistance that we're at right now, the low from earlier in September, so now it's a big resistance at 85. If that breaks, this 50 SMA breaks here as well on the 4-hour chart, that is where we could see another move from 85 back up to $89, $90 per share, and that's very doable. I think if we have a strong green day in the markets, and even if we don't, let's say we have a decent consolidation week next week, I think Starbucks could maybe outperform, maybe break out on its own. We'll see what happens, but overall, I'm liking it for next week. And another one here, which I'm an idiot, I missed it, is Upwork, guys. UPWK. I can't believe I missed it. It's funny, if you have a YouTube channel, which 99% of you guys don't, but if you have a YouTube channel and you talk about stocks every day, the funny thing is, and you learn this over time, the funny thing is, you call out a lot of stocks every day. You look at a lot of stocks every day, and you can't catch every one of them. That's just the sad reality. You just can't. It's impossible unless you have 500 monitors around you, and the truth is, all I have is my computer right here and my little what is this? A freaking iPad, right? And that's a myth about trading, guys. You don't need some insane setup that costs $10,000 to start trading. I started trading on my laptop. I started investing on my laptop, and I like it so much that I've just stuck to it, and it works for me. And the truth is, you just got to keep it simple, right? You just have to keep it simple. You don't need 500 monitors. If you want 500 monitors, go ahead, but it's not going to make you any more profitable of a trader. That's just the 100% truth. All you need is a computer and maybe an iPad too. It's just fun to have an iPad, but all you really need is a computer to get things going and to do really well for yourself. That's just the truth these days, guys. So Upwork, I'm watching it here, guys. Even though it's up 10% on the day, I still think there's more potential. And honestly, I feel like it's going to pull down next week, so we might be able to get a $16, $15.70 to $16 entry point next week. That's kind of what I'm eyeing up. We hit a higher high in the pattern today, so it's due for a pull down and to retest right around $15.70 to $16. So check that out. If Upwork does that, we'll be able to get in there on the dip. And two more here, guys. Square SQ. This one was up 3.5% today, and I want to get in on this. And in fact, I'm going to set an alert. Why not? I want to get in on this above 158. I think if 158, 158.50 breaks, this could end up being a breakout stock. Honestly, I think it could go back up to 170. It's definitely that type of stock that could move 7 to 10% in a day. So I want to be able to catch that. So I'll set one alert here at 160. Maybe I'll set another one at about 158. Let's do this real quickly, guys. Create an alert at maybe 158.50. So if it breaks 158.50, I might be able to catch that and ride it up to the mid 160s, maybe back up to 170. And another one here is NVIDIA, last one of the day that did well today, up over 4.2%, 21 bucks in the green. It seems like we're holding that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which is a good sign for the uptrend in general. And we also broke, if you guys take a look here on the hourly, we also broke today above 506, 505, which has been a resistance in the past couple of days. So I'm thinking if we end up now, well, first and foremost, this is a tricky spot because if we end up getting rejected at 520, which is another resistance coming up, we could easily just sell right back off. But if we break 520, guys, this could be off to the races. I'm talking maybe another 5-10% upside from there. NVIDIA is similar to Square. It's one of those stocks that when it gets hot, it goes fast, right? It's just one of those stocks. So that's it for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, let me know in the comments, what are your thoughts? What stocks are you watching? Your thoughts on the markets, and what moves are you looking to make? I would love to know your thoughts. And also, feel free to hit that like button. Why not? Smash that like button. It really helps me out. And subscribe to the channel as well. I would really appreciate you guys if you did that. And feel free to join our Strive Smart Discord chat, Strive Smart Facebook group. Those are free of charge to join if you want to join. I think, wow, we have over 4,000 people in those groups, so make sure to get in there. And also, if you guys want one free stock from Webull, which is valued up to $1,600, that's linked down below as well. All you have to do is deposit $100, you get a free stock, and I also get a free stock since it is an affiliate link. So I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you all. Stay safe as always too. Peace out.